Come, let me get you some.
Hello, everyone.
Yo, hello. Welcome to Saber
Uh,
Talk Sunday. And I got to give a big shout out to Chris because he created the Saber Talk Sunday. What was it
a group
on
chat
Messenger?
for
The
all
group chat.
of our hosts to communicate with.
Yeah, so thank you for that, Chris. And you guys, man, you guys rock for doing that stuff. I certainly appreciate you guys doing that. It's something that I had been thinking about doing, and you guys put it into play before I even thought about putting it to play. So thank you guys so much for that, man. Great minds think alike. Yeah,
Mhm.
but you guys just brought it to the table and put it out there, man. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Man, tonight's going to be a pretty cool, interesting topic because we're talking about safety, and every now and then we're going to have to go back to this topic, and because you got so many people that are going out and in of the of the hobby, but we need to really keep an eye on safety and put it out there, just simply because some people may take shortcuts, and that's how they end up getting hurt, right? And I mean, and people sometimes, you don't pay attention to things, and that's when it's most important for safety to be taken care of. You really want to make sure that in anything that you do within the hobby, no matter if it's chemical based, whether it's with tools, whether you are doing some kind of sanding, anything like that, it doesn't matter. And don't take the time to be safe with whatever you're doing. Painting and stuff too. I mean, painting, it may not seem like a big deal when you're painting, but fumes, if you're not in an area that's open, got fresh air and everything, and you're breathing in those fumes, it could certainly jeopardize your health. And if you
Yeah.
read some of these cans, if you read some of these cans or spray paints and so forth, they tell you, they tell you to have an open air area and so forth. And Charlie's in the house, and T's in the house, Mo's in the house, and so tonight we're going to be talking about all the safety factors that you need to pay heed to, especially if you're new in the hobby. But let's talk about, so we're going to also talk about some of the electrical components that could potentially hurt you as well.
Oh,
Now,
definitely.
wires. Let's talk about wires, for instance. Wires may not be a big deal. Charlie, I hope you have a great workout, dude. While you're listening, man. Um, it may not be a big deal like when you're doing wiring and so forth that you think, but if you don't have a fume extractor, if you don't have a mask to come and protect your lungs from the fumes when you're soldering, you could potentially end up with cancer or maybe, you know, asthma if you haven't had it before, breathing problems. And so, don't take any shortcuts, man. The hobby is fun, but the hobby is not worth your life either, right? And and especially if it's chemical based type stuff. If you're in an enclosed area, have some kind of something that can suck up those fumes, or at least have a window that you can let fresh air in and those fumes, get sucked out, so that way you're not jeopardizing your health.
Hmm.
And then going back towards wiring, right? When you're cutting wires and you're doing stuff, you may not think it's a big deal, but some of these wires, when you're cutting them, especially, you have one little stray wire that sticks out, and maybe it'll poke your skin. Maybe you won't get it to the point where you're bleeding, but it could get stuck in your fingers or your hand, and you feel that could potentially, if it's got something on it, could also get into your bloodstream and create some health problems that way. Since these wires are so small, it just may end up in your bloodstream and really create havoc for you in your body. So you really don't want to do any of that, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to be a little vigilant. You got to be a little vigilant at what you're doing and try not to take too many shortcuts. You know, here and there you might get away with something, but
It's not
eventually if you
worth
get careless, yeah, if you get careless enough, it could really potentially, like for me, I honestly I did not have a fume extractor for a good while, but my garage door, I opened it up. I had fans all around me to try to blow that smoke away from me. Knowing what some of the pros had put out there in terms of safety, and when I was first in coming in to the hobby, I didn't know any better. I started doing the fume, I was breathing the fumes a little bit and stuff, and I didn't think anything of it until probably about a few months later. I started hearing all of these videos. Hey, wait, no, bad. Don't be doing that. Don't be breathing these fumes. It's going to be bad for you. And I learned. I learned. Not because I have any health issues because of that, but why be proactive. Don't take that chance. Be proactive. Take that chance. Now, another thing, like Chris, when you're working on stuff, depending on what you're doing, you have safety glasses. You have, oh, dude, that looks cool. Hold on. Now I want
Yeah.
to get a close
Terrence, this
up.
looks pretty cool. I just got it. I use that aluminum black. And speaking of chemicals, this stuff stinks.
Yeah.
It's very it's almost vinegary, and it burns your
Hmm.
nose, and that stuff is caustic. You have to wear gloves when you use it.
See? Okay, you do have to wear gloves when you use it. Now, does it seep through the gloves? Maybe you have to wear like a couple of pairs, or does it?
So far it
Can you get away with the one?
you can
Depending
get
on
away
the
with one.
gloves?
Yeah, like I was
Depending on the
wearing
gloves.
just a single glove, and I was brushing it on, and it actually did a pretty decent job. I can't really see it as
Yeah, it
well.
looks it.
It's but like here it I don't know if it's aluminum or steel, but it did blacken it a
Hmm.
little bit. I had to really rough it up with the sandpaper. I
Oh
know the
wow,
top
and I can
part
see those
is
streaks.
stainless,
Hmm.
but it blackened all the aluminum parts real nice. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it does, man.
I mean
It
that paint didn't do it justice, so I took all the paint off and I did the black,
does.
and it almost matches
Now,
the.
when you're doing the paint, taking out the paint, what are you using? Are you using sandpaper or using wet sandpaper? What is the method?
The paint, because it was acrylic, it actually just came right off with a one of these
The paint
wipes.
thinner?
They're kind of like Clorox wipes, and it wiped right
Mhm.
off.
Oh wow.
That and heat got the stuff off the blade plug, which I did heat blue as well.
Oh wow. Yeah, that
And,
looks great, dude.
yeah, and I put a post up. Anybody that has these, as long as they're the stainless steel models, there are some aluminum ones. If you have stainless steel ones, send them to me. I'll heat blue them for free. Just pay for shipping. So anybody that follows the
That's
show,
cool.
that follows me on Instagram, send them to me. Just send me
Nice.
I'll heat blue them for you. Same thing with these.
Brasso.
If you want me
Hmm.
to, Brasso works pretty nice too. Yeah, rotten eggs. Rotten eggs and vinegar. It's nasty. But yeah, if you guys want these heat blued too, the X Tech or the HL Sabers, I can do those too. You just pay for shipping.
Definitely cool. Now, when you're doing any of the other stuff, are you using a mask to help with the fumes?
I should be.
Or you should be.
I was using a fan, but last
Okay.
night it was not, and it stunk up the
Yeah.
entire room. But I actually got a case from Hobby Lobby for this one because I want to keep this one dust free. and they almost match.
Yeah, they do. Oh my God.
This one was
Let's
done by
see.
Lucky Sabers. I got it from Barris,
Yep.
and it was worth the $8 to get this from Hobby Lobby. It
Oh,
keeps
yeah?
it dust free. It keeps it looking nice, and it looks decent on the shelf.
That it does.
Everything's fine. But yeah.
Aluminum, brass. You know,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I would like to start. I would love to experiment with the brass type, colors.
This stuff, it's made by Birchwood Casey. It's gunmetal finish. It does work on brass and copper. This
Really?
actually has a copper sleeve on it right here. All these grips, they interlock and they slide everything together. So like this black piece and the copper ring, they're separate from the body.
And the hilt is from where?
This is an X-Tech.
Next Tech. Okay.
Yep. But the HL Sabers is the same way. But that is copper, and the finish actually blackens that. So I blackened it a little bit. Looks better.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the black really shows really well with it.
It really does.
Really,
You have to let it
really
sit
well.
a little bit. If you don't let it sit, it doesn't work. It just makes a little film on it. You can wipe the film right off. So you have to let it sit.
While I was doing some stuff with the gold rub and buff, I used, I guess, one of those neutral gloves. So it's a very thin glove, and come to find out, it's very porous. It's a very porous glove. And as I was doing the gold rub and buff, I noticed that my finger that I was using to rub it with onto the product, it was like, oh my goodness, it went right through the glove and my finger turned gold. It was like, oh.
Yeah. Speaking of rub and buff, I got this one done.
Oh, very nice.
Look at that. Look at that.
This one I got from Breezy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only one that had a chassis for this particular saber.
Mm-hmm.
Which that is for Barris's Luke V2.
Oh, that's it. That's for that. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Barris, you haven't done any of that type of stuff, right? You always send everything out, correct?
Wait, sorry. What was the question again?
I said you don't mess with any of that stuff in terms of
no, I don't have
weathering or anything.
I don't have the setup in my apartment for that, and I do plan on hopefully moving to a new apartment next year. So hopefully I'll have a setup where I'll be able to have a more fixed workbench area, because all I have is a little coffee table with an extender that comes up, but I keep my computer there, and it's just, and plus it's an apartment building, and I don't want to risk setting something on fire or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, because some of the safety concerns when you're doing, even with wiring, and you do have to be careful, especially when you're using those Li-ion batteries, because the batteries have a potential way, if you wire something wrong, they can explode, or maybe during the shipping they were busted up or something.
I mentioned about what happened to my Jedi Dooku saber it's close to a year ago, where I went to an event that was outside and I noticed that it wasn't working. So I go back inside and I noticed smoke coming from the saber. I opened it up and it turns out the battery in the board caught fire. The wiring. And it just shows that when you're buying sabers from AliExpress, you need to have it. If you know how to do the soldering, check it really well. Otherwise, send it to someone, because otherwise you're going to be in a lot of trouble if something like that happens. Like, nobody wants their robes to catch fire because of a faulty saber. Although
Yeah, I mean that happens, man.
it would be mildly amusing if it got caught on camera. I can guarantee you that. Maybe not for the moment, but you get the idea.
Yeah, I watched a guy catch his plate carrier on fire playing airsoft. The battery caught fire
Wow.
mid-game. And those things, when those lithium-ion batteries go up, they go up quick and they go up hot. It melted his stock off his gun in about 30 seconds. Just completely gone.
Wow. See, and nobody really thinks about that. Nobody really honestly thinks about those things. You get your product and you're so happy and you're so determined to show it off and play with it. And so, all the safety factors, and I'm even guilty of this too. All the safety factors, when you get something like that in your hand, go away because you don't think anything like that's going to happen. You really don't. And so when you get things, take it as, not that it's anything wrong with it, but just expect something to go wrong with it just in case. Have a plan of action. If something starts smoking, have a plan of action. If you start smelling something within your saber or blaster or whatever it may be because of that battery or that board, there could be potential hazards with those boards too. They're not 100%, foolproof. I mean, just they could come bad from the factory, and it's nobody's fault. It's just something that wasn't, fixated just properly. And so,
if you're buying a board from China, I mean, obviously there's a grain of salt to be taken, because it's just because and this is verbatim word for word from an installer. It's like a child soldered it. So, not that there is of course, in China.
No, but they're like so in a hurry to pump this stuff out that they really don't care, right? So it's like I'm gonna see how many I can get out, pumped out. How many I can get pumped out and make that money, because otherwise you're like, no. I mean, their intention of getting more numbers, the reality is they want more numbers than they do want quality, and it's unfortunate,
obviously, But I think
because
I'd like to think that there are some companies that do a decent job at when it comes to quality. And
there is, absolutely.
I would say that with Nexus, I would say it's definitely leaning more towards quantity than quality, and it's the same with TXQ. But they are getting better. I would think TXQ is in the league of when it comes to quality over quantity. Well, quality, like
I mean, I'm not saying that every one of them is bad. I'm not saying that at all.
For example, this is the Soul's lightsaber from the Acolyte, and let me tell you, this thing is heavy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like
I wish I measured that one. It's heavy.
Seriously, oh my god!
I mean, that saber's easily 3 pounds just with the hilt.
Even without the core, and like I'm sure if I brought this to Disney and I would compare it to the one that they made for the Acolyte, I'm sure both are just but I mean, don't get me wrong, the balancing of it's not that bad. If you hold it like from here with that, it leans more towards the blade. But then it's like I don't know. It just seems like one of those hilts where, I mean, even the Indara in TXQ is lighter, and that's saying something. But honestly, though, the balance isn't as bad. But yeah.
Yeah, I did
One thing,
like that one. I might have to get one for myself.
one thing I will complain about
Yeah.
is how tight the core when putting it in.
Yes.
So, Chris, I'll bring that up to you at the end. But ultimately, the cores are not. The core is very like it's very thick to go in. You have to like push it in real well. And this is actually a custom one that Chris did a customization where he cut off the top and made the speaker done. But the problem is I have to use like some special tweezers to pull at the little parts right here to yank it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to work on something for that. For hilts like that.
Well, we'll talk later after about
Yeah.
yeah. But ultimately, it's a very nice hilt, and even with the hold on, let me turn it on to show it. Okay. Like even with the pommel screwed on, like it still sounds pretty good.
Yeah, the venting they did on that is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I am actually, I am considering getting some holes possibly drilled at the bottom, but it would only be slightly because of the additional rain under it. And I also need to get this D-ring stop waggling all over the place.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I didn't like that.
That thing is just like waving all over the place, huh?
Yeah.
No, you guys can't hear it and you can't see it, but I've got like a little bitty fan right next to me blowing. What the hell? Oh, my laptop just went nuts. But I'm working on a Camino dart right here, so I'm putting some
Oh,
silver.
Sweet.
very
I'm
nice.
rubbing. I'm doing some silver rubbing buff on it right now. So
Oh, that
right,
looked really cool.
I just printed it out. I just printed it out right before the show, man. I was like, oh, let me try this. But yeah, I've got I didn't want to turn on my fume extractor because it would be too loud, but I've got a very small little fan that's just blowing. Um, I've got one of those laptop fans that's blowing, and you can't hear nothing on it. So it's got a very low feel to it. That way, it just keeps the fumes from the rubbing buff out of my face and out of my nose. So. That way I can work on this while we're talking, and it's a safety factor. So we got to, like I said, you have to keep safety, in terms of first.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're soldering. I mean, I burnt myself so many times on that stinking burner.
Oh
Trying to
yeah.
get in there real tight, and I'm like, oh, I'll just put my finger here. Burn my finger.
Now, yeah, and it sucks getting burned too, dude. I've been burned quite a few times. Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna have to get some more of these. I like that.
Let me see. I thought I had. Let me see. Those gauze that you use for bleeding. I have some old ones in the garage, and they work hella good to buff out the rubbing buff. I'll tell you, I have to buy some more of those things. Whole box full. I'm gonna step out of the picture for just a minute because I need to grab one. And they work so good too, though. I mean, They work really good. They come in these little packages like this. I got a whole box full.
Ah,
And what I do is I just tear, you get them kind of thick, right? But what I like to do is take these and then get some scissors here, cut it in half, and I'll cut it in half like this. And that's why I said safety and more, because we're sticking to safety, but we're doing other things as well. Because I believe people will be like, oh yeah, safety, yeah, shut up. But if you really do that, I mean, if you don't really adhere to safety reasons, safety protocols, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you could potentially get yourself in the hospital,
mm-hmm.
and that's not cool. Nobody wants to pay $5,000 just for something that you can stay out of the hospital from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
And I mean, like I said, it's just not worth it, right? It's just not worth it. Okay, I got my laptop back going back again. So, all right, there we go. Back in business on the laptop, and yeah, it's looking actually pretty decent, man. Let me see.
I might
There
have to
we
get
go.
some of those from you because those are really cool.
I will
Yeah,
trust
as a
you.
matter of
I'll
fact,
leave you
now
to it.
now
We'll
now
keep on
that
sense.
oh, okay, somebody's got echo there.
Sorry, that's me.
Ah,
Oh.
I was gonna say I don't got anybody else.
A Jedi
Right,
doesn't
it's
attack the unarmed. I'm not that.
Sorry, I'm doing some programming of my own with quotes and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
gotcha. Okay, so you're doing programming. All right, with some quotes. Cool. Um, Actually, that's another thing. I'm glad you said something like that, because there should be a limited amount of time that you spend on the computer, right? Because I think potentially you can have a lot of eye strain as well. I mean, you don't want to be
Yeah.
on the computer all day long. You need to
Yes,
take
Mom.
breaks. You
Mm-hmm.
need to take breaks. You need to take breaks and then come back to it.
Ma'am. No, no, ma'am. No.
Yeah,
Are you
ice
wanting
cream is
to
not
go?
fun.
Wait,
Ice cream is not fun.
no, I've got I did that for a very long time of looking at laptops and monitors for a long time. And I tell you, it's not fun when all of a sudden you got your eye twitching for about 30, 45 minutes. No,
Mine does not
no.
stop itching. Well, that's
I
black.
hate that. That is freaking annoying. If you ever had an eye twitch that doesn't stop, it is freaking annoying.
Hmm.
It bugs the hell out of me. Let's see. I gotta go back and look at some of the. Let's see. Here we go. No, but yeah, anytime you're on the laptop or something, you need to take breaks, man. I mean, go a couple of hours, then take a break for about, an hour or so, and come back to it. I mean, it's as simple as that. And trust me, because if you're like me, you have diabetes. You don't want to strain your eyes too much, because then you could potentially go blind. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't want to go blind.
No,
you know. Then I'll have to sell all my lightsabers, and because I know my kids ain't gonna want them, so I'll have to sell all my lightsabers because I can't see them. I
I'll
can
buy
hear them. Yeah, I know you will. you know, and so forth. But why put myself in that position? Why put myself in that position?
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't don't need to. Don't need to. Um, Also, let's say you're doing a good deal of sanding things, right?
Mhm.
A good thumb of rule is to go ahead and use a respirator if you do not have access to, if you don't have access to a garage where you can open your garage door and, or a fume extractor and so forth, or do wet sanding where you don't get those, those little uh, bits of sand and grit and dirt that just flying around, the particles that are flying around that you can't see, and they get into your lungs and everything into your body. And my wife's over here having her hand on her throat here, choking and making fun of me. Oh, okay. So now she says she loves me.
I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah, you are.
I'm imitating you.
Oh, she's imitating me, she says. My goodness. Gotta love it. Anyhow, you don't want those particles in your body, man,
Nope.
because they can cause havoc. I mean,
That'd be
that's and like I said, some people who are starting out, they don't recognize the dangers that could potentially, hurt you. And as small as those particles are, um, you don't think anything of it, and it may not be today, may not be tomorrow, but in the long run, years down the road, and you've got a cold or something, you go to the doctor, he says, "Oh, you got something in your lungs, dude." What? But you won't think that it's that stuff when it could be that stuff, and it just starts growing from there. So again, yeah, use a respirator, use a mask, a filtered mask, something that helps protect all of that, those particles, so that you don't suffer from any of that, right? Coffee, Felicia? No, no, ma'am. Nope, no coffee here. I drink my coffee in the morning, and that's it. Now, right now, I got some Pepsi with a little mixed drink, so Pepsi Zero, Pepsi Zero, and a little bit of white rum.
Hmm.
What kind? The Captain Morgan's?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good stuff.
Morgan's white rum. But I may hit up the tequila later, depending on how I feel, if I go to bed early or not.
Yeah.
But shoot. Yeah, not looking too bad, man. Let's see. Let me get it.
One thing you can try is Captain Morgan's with strawberry Fanta. That stuff's good.
All right, guys. So let's see here. Turn. There we go.
Oh yeah.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
Coming along. You can definitely see, you can definitely see. Look, I mean, here it is right here without any of the rub and buff, right?
Mm.
And then you turn it right there. There you got the rub and buff. And it's getting
yeah.
shiny too. It's getting shiny. The more I rub it down, the shinier it gets, man.
So you gonna weather
So
that, or are you gonna leave it shiny?
no, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I may decide to take a little bit of sandpaper to take off the rub and buff just slightly and leave some of the streaks of the regular gray, and
Yeah.
that may present the illusion of the weathering,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you can either do that or
So,
use a little bit of acrylic paint too, very
mhm.
lightly.
So there I have to kind of look and see how it's going to come out. Right now, I've got another one that I printed out that I think I printed it out in the bronze PLA, but I don't know where it is at the moment. I've got
Ooh.
it all over the. I need to look at that. I printed in. This is in gray. The one that I'm doing right now is in gray. I printed one out in the silver PLA and I printed one out in the bronze PLA to see how they look. And I was thinking about doing the bronze one in the gold in the gold rub and buff.
Yeah.
And so to to see how that's going to come out because I need to look at them and see how I want to proceed with these and do these like that. I think that's going to be kind of cool. But I want to find like the little gun that I can attach it to. So I think that'd be like little cool, right?
Yeah.
I may decide to see if I can actually retrofit it onto maybe a Lego piece, a Lego blaster
Hmm.
that was that's made for Mando. I don't know. I'll see how that has to go, right? So we'll see how that goes, but it'll definitely be a lot of fun to check out.
Huh. Same thickness.
Dremel blades. Oh, quite a few Dremel blades. Yeah, glad I was wearing safety instead of yeah. Yeah, you know, when you're doing Dremel stuff, that is another thing. If you're not wearing safety goggles, safety glasses, anything that protect your eyes, there's a lot of things that can end up hitting your eyes and you know potentially blind you as well.
Yeah.
Or it can get stuck and create different things for you. I mean, uh,
Especially if you're using a wire wheel. Definitely wear goggles with that. I've had those wires stick in my face.
ooh,
Yeah. That's not,
really?
yeah. They're going really fast, and when they hit your face, they stick.
Man, it's almost better to wear a respirator at that point,
Mm-hmm.
as if that way that respirator will cover your whole face,
Yeah,
and
they
then
don't
the safety
stick either.
glasses.
Not at all.
Yeah. See, and not many people kind of think of that. They just want to do it and get it over with and not think about the safety factors. And I get it. I get it. You know you want to get it over and done with and get the end product, the end result of that.
You
And
can't rush. You definitely can't rush it.
no, you can't rush it. But you know you want to take your time with things, but at the same time you don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize you from keep doing what you love to do, right?
Exactly.
I mean, you have to take everything, you know, in consideration because once you lose something and you don't get that you don't get that back. I mean,
Yeah, it's like when programming config files. It's really annoying when you make a mistake and you forget to back it up. So
mhm.
having backups upon backups always helps. I'll be right back. Gotta grab something real quick.
Good for it. Good for it. See, and sanding, yeah, sanding is a big thing because you know you have so much of the particles flying around, but you don't see those particles. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't have those particles in plain sight and plain view. If you could see those particles, I think people would think differently. And
Yeah.
but those that have been in the hobby for a very long time know the risk, and that's why they wear the protective gear. Um, I don't know if you guys are familiar with MM, this lady that 3D prints a lot of stuff, and she's got a YouTube channel that she 3D prints a lot of stuff, and she shows how to sand things down, paint things, and so forth. She's done a lot of battle droids. She does a lot
Oh,
of
is it Roger Rogers or something like that?
what's that?
Is it like Roger Rogers or something like that, or Mister Roger?
No, no, no. Her name is MM on YouTube, and she reviews a lot of 3D printers and stuff, but she also has an affinity for Star Wars droids and items. And so she does a lot of that stuff that has to deal with a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
And
cool.
but she also shows safety stuff that she does. She wears the mask and gloves and you know overalls and stuff that when she's doing a lot of the stuff. And some of the helmets that she's done has shown, you know, with her wearing the goggles, the respirator, the eye protection, and so forth.
Oh, I think I've watched one of her videos doing the Mandalorian helmet, using that rubber.
Yeah,
That's why I saw the rubbing buff. Was her using that one
yeah.
there?
Well, she's also done a full life size thing of Yoda. She did a full life size replica of Yoda from head to toe, man. And then she also did a tauntaun head, and
Oh,
that
that's
was
cool.
oh, her work is incredible, man.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, you should watch it. Yeah, if you got time, dude, go watch MM, and she is just absolutely amazing. And her attention to detail is just fabulous, dude. I mean, unbelievably fabulous. She is just like a perfectionist when it comes to that stuff. So I commend her. I watch her when I get a chance. I watch her stuff, and you won't be disappointed with the Tauntaun and the Yoda statue, man. I mean, it just cool as crap. I really enjoyed watching that her with that. Really cool, man. Really cool. Um, do you guys Chris, when you do some of your work, are you listening to music or are you watching videos? Or are you or is it just completely quiet when you're doing stuff? How are you doing your work in terms of like, is it silent or are you working with music and other stuff?
Hmm. I gotta have something going, either music or a video. Um, I'm usually watching, not really creepy pastas, but something along those lines. Unit
Mm-hmm.
552 or uh, Darkness Prevails or something like that. I'll listen to his
Mm-hmm.
videos. Or the other night I was listening to Star Wars Theory, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Darth Theorist is one of my favorites.
I looked up his channel. Thank you for that, Chris. I enjoy listening to theorists as well.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. That's another thing. I'll be going to a Comic-Con sometime this summer coming, doing a Dark Anakin cosplay of what
Oh,
happens
nice.
after Mustafar if he were to either win or did not lose his saber after the duel. So, I'll have some of the makeup on and stuff. I don't know if I'll be
Uh-huh.
bringing this or if I'm going to be, I'll put it this way. I don't know if I'm going to bring this to the Comic-Con or if I'm going to do the HL Saber Anakin, weather that.
Oh wow.
But it'll have that scorching and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, it definitely looks good. Well, that sounds good. Sorry. One of the people I do TSL with posted a picture of her saber blade, and I just was replying, "Very nice."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, push this in. Boop. And there we go. Yeah, I was recalibrating
Yeah.
the blade effect, the blade style for OSHA Anasea's font, which is the Kyber Corruption.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I really want to work on one of those, if I can ever get into the programming, to do a proper crystal bleed function.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm working on. And what's neat about that is just it was able to be replicated. And I'm really thankful for that. I actually did something similar with Anakin's using the one from Kyber Comic and Kasith, which I termed as Darth Vader Nightfall.
Yeah.
Vader, which admittedly it would be interesting if someone did a blade effect where as Hayden Anakin is standing on the droid while he's spinning the saber, it starts turning red.
Mhm.
Wouldn't be canon, but it still look cool.
Right?
It would look really cool.
Yeah. There we go. Yes, it's working.
I love that little fan that I've got above me for, circulating the air, man.
There was an issue with the audio where there was a sound gap in between when after the out noise was made, and it was like
Mhm.
less than a second.
Hmm.
So that was bugging me. And I know now that when you are when you're making a Prophy style on FET 263, go down to ignition, go down to where is it? Ignition effect options, and where it says default ignition time, set it. There's a note next to it. Is that if you set it to 0, the ignition will be based on the out.wav length. So that means
Okay. So it actually translates to the
to the
same
sound.
time as the sound. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I didn't mean to do that.
So I like
Yeah.
that.
This is the kind of
Um,
corruption.
Yeah, I like that, but the way I was thinking it is almost like
That's nice.
hang on, I'm gonna grab my blade. I'll show you on the one saber font I've got in this circular.
Oh, sparks from cutting metal. Yes, absolutely. See, but another thing is that when you're cutting metal, you could potentially cut yourself on that metal,
Mhm.
and then that can cause sepsis,
Yeah.
poisoning of the blood. And you may think it's just a little cut here and there, but if you don't get your tetanus shot after getting cut with that kind of metal,
Yeah, you're fucked.
yeah, you can end up getting potentially, in 6 foot under, right?
Yeah, sepsis is no fun. I've known several people that have gotten sepsis.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, sorry, but I'm just glad I finally got that figured out with my soul. Now all I need is the blade plug from Force Ghost Sabers.
Yeah, I got to get some of his too.
Right? I've been looking at some of those.
But Chris, what are you saying when it comes to the kyber corruption? What are you thinking?
I was just gonna show you this one.
Yeah.
So, say you've got a blue blade for Anakin, and then you overlay it with this effect in red. Back to it. And have that kyber crackling, and then it just turns red.
Well, I can tell. Well, hold on. Let me try some. Look at something real quick.
Wow.
I can tell you that for the corruption, there is a okay. There is. I'm not sure. Under the effects, you can do it different ways. There's rotoscope, which is the standard that which we see. There's also unstable rage, rolling pulse, surging pulse. In fact, with surging pulse, yeah,
Well,
it's
similar.
the average blade plug depends on the hilt itself. I mean, not anyone.
Yeah. Average for blade plug length, might something like this, or like this Graflex plug.
Yeah.
Like not even 2 inches.
But
But go ahead, Bears.
But Chris, as I was saying, there are when doing Prophy, there are different ways of making it look like that wave setting. So when you send your Aniflex to me, we can talk and I can help you set something up.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually have been working. I worked with Juan Sith about with some of the blade styles that were done with some of his latest fonts, such as the Ben Ren, the Ben Kylo Ren, and the
I'll be right back, guys.
blade, which is the Canon DV3. and
Okay.
I'm still learning properly. I'm nowhere near an expert. I could never say myself to be an expert, but I'm learning. I'm still learning it every day with that sort of thing.
I
Yeah.
don't think you could stop learning things. I mean, no matter how good you get, you're not going to stop learning anything, you know?
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
Because there's always something to learn, no matter what.
I don't trust you.
Oh, that's turning out interesting.
Yeah, I swear, I don't care if this is a heavy hill. I love this. How
Oh
it
yeah. Speaking of heavy hilts, be right back.
But yeah, what Scott Carpenter is saying, the Balin Skull and Shin Hati blade plugs that are offered are very nice. I mean, so far I can think of 3 companies that make their own blade plugs with those hilts.
Hmm.
KR Sabers and Ultimate Works do their own versions with their hilts. With 89 Sabers, they also do their own version for Shin Hatis. They have yet to make a Balin Skull hilt, but 89 Sabers does a very good job. But they do a very good job, and their blade plugs are metal, unlike Force Ghost Sabers, but they don't offer them. They offer them with the hilts, not separate. So I have to you have to purchase it with them.
Oh, that's got a cool effect.
Yeah, I like the 89 hilts blade plugs. I'll be getting a couple in the next order.
Oh, what you got there?
This one's your TXQ.
Has there been any word on my Profi core for it?
No,
All right. Seriously,
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be ordering it anyway. I got some orders for my roommate for his.
that made a funny sound when you put it away.
It did.
Right.
I'll be getting some stuff for him for his siblings.
Yeah,
I'll be getting the core in that order and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
If
just
they don't give it to me for free, whatever. It was partially my mistake, partially hers. I don't know. It's just
yeah, that and whatever.
They're working on it.
Yeah.
They've been having a lot of trouble with the newbies because they hired 100 different people to try to make up for all the sales they had during May the 4th. They were backed up until, oh boy, the end of July, almost August, with orders from May 4th.
So let's see how this came out. I just took a little bit of sandpaper.
It looks good, man. It looks
yeah.
good.
It's just slightly taking
Mhm.
some of this stuff off.
Yeah.
And you could tell how it rubs a little bit off. Not bad.
Saber dart.
Not bad. But yeah, I mean it was pretty quick to print, man. So I'm probably gonna print about 20 or 30 of these pretty soon. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun to get these done. Do stuff like that. I might just give these out to gifts.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah,
it's
this
like
I think they're on either on printables or they're on Colts 3D. So,
yeah, it's a beautiful hilt.
It really is. This thing is gorgeous. I need one. Really.
Like, I mean,
and
comparing,
that is
like, I mean,
look at that.
even putting it on par to what KR Sabers makes, like,
Oh, this is very, very close. So this is TXQ's A New Hope. This is the one with the crystal reveal.
Mm-hmm.
This thing weighs 2.8 pounds.
Damn.
It is a very hefty hilt. It is one of the best quality hilts I have held.
I might have to get one.
They're nice and they're not expensive. two vendors anyway.
Yeah. I might
The only thing
have
I
to
don't
purchase
like
one.
is the pommel is so weird. It's a 3-piece pommel.
Is it?
So I'm gonna take it out real quick.
It has a display section too. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bottom part comes off if I can get it. Maybe not. I put it on kind of tight because I didn't want it coming apart on you.
Yeah.
But this bottom part comes off, and this whole knobby section actually can rotate. It's just a
Oh,
sleeve
wow.
over top of it.
Yeah.
I would take the crystal chamber out, but
Oh.
it requires taking the clamp off.
That's right. I heard about that one because that's the one where you can actually turn the knob so that you can clock it to the appropriate side, right?
Yeah.
Like you get the appropriate clocking on where the to line everything up.
Yeah. And this is a 2-button setup too,
Is it?
I think.
What I do, I'd prefer my hilts to be 1 button, so at least one of them will be.
Yeah, it's a 2-button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the 2-button.
This one has an SNV4. It was supposed to be a Profi. They just got mixed up in shipping and stuck the SNV4 in there instead of a Profi. But I'll send it to you with the SNV4. When the Profi comes in, I'll show you how to install it. And then you can send me the SNV4 core or keep it or whatever.
Oh, so you're sending the whole thing to me now? You're sending.
This weekend, yes, because I have no money left.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah,
I had to buy a lot of tools and stuff for this week.
yeah. Well, thank you for at least sending me, and I might,
Actually,
yeah, and I might, at least I'll be able to give it a try.
yeah, I do like the SNV4s. They're not half bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad, huh?
It's not currently charged. When it arrived, it was dead.
Yeah.
Actually, might be able to take out the core with this one. I think this is the set screw for that. I think this was the set screw for it. It was inside the Graflex clamp. Yep, that's it.
The thing I definitely want to do is I would definitely want to have.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to send the Kenobi ANH back to either Lucky Sabers or James at Mountain Sabers and have it done as it is from the Tunisia set. And yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was the. Oh man, she's beautiful. I haven't taken it apart yet.
And keep in mind that
I watched. I'm having a brain fart. I haven't slept well in the past couple days.
I know how you feel. That's another thing. Sleep
Collector's
deprivation.
Outpost. I watched his video on it. I mean, look at that chassis.
Oh, I mean that is just
That comes from the
phenomenal.
factory.
Hold on, let me get a close up of this thing. Like, come on, get it. Jeez,
So,
look at that.
This part here is brass. That's plastic. That's plastic. But it's good quality plastic. This might be brass as well, just not polished.
I'm betting that's either PET G or maybe ASA for that plastic there.
And that is a actual quartz crystal.
Is
It's
it?
not printed.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's gorgeous. That's the SNV4.
Wow. That is a badass
The
chassis.
Profi looks just the same. It's just different board.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just slide out. It's a single set screw inside the rectangular notch here.
yeah, and on the bottom rectangular notch, you actually are able to augment and mod it where you have that hook nail in it, which I believe that's for the elm tree prop. For it.
Yeah, and it comes with two different emitters. It's got the display, and then it's got the blade holding.
Definitely going to keep the regular one on mostly.
Right,
it
Mo?
looks
That's like,
so
yeah,
nice.
most definitely. Mo wants to make a handmade CC. I'm all like, damn right.
Yeah,
I've
and
got one.
it comes with a blade plug as well.
I've got one in my
It came
brain.
with
I
the
can't get out.
accurate blade plug.
Yeah,
It's in the box.
if it didn't, I would just order one from Roman Props.
Yeah, theirs look really nice.
Yeah, well, Roman Props is one of the more official sites for recreating the props, and I mean, it was them that basically helped recreate the graphics for episode 9.
Is it this one?
Yeah,
Let's see. So we've touched on batteries. Well, batteries, you can't even leave them in the heat too long either, right? Those,
well, I mean, not even with the cold. I'm sure with the cold, it's not a big deal, especially because that wasn't the issue. The issue was for me was wiring, but I think when outside in the cold, it's not going to be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Plus, it's not like I'm going to be in Antarctica or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
But and you do have to, like I said, and even some of the buttons may trigger something within that thing too. So, like I said, every piece is done to the point where, I mean, it most of the time they work the way they're supposed to work. But every
Yeah.
now and then you get those little glitches. Now, I mean, and especially if you're wiring something, or you may end up getting shocked, for some reason. You build up static electricity. Okay, here's another thing. The reason why they have these boards in static bags and all kinds of other products in static bags, because static can build up with this stuff. And if you're in an area that can build up static electricity pretty bad, yeah, you're not only going to get the shock of your life, but you're going to fry your board at the same time grabbing it or trying to solder to it, and you got that electricity going through like that, man. So and believe you me, I've stepped into my garage, sat down at my workbench, and I always grab the edge of my workbench because my workbench has got metal on it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I always touch the edge of the workbench, because that way I can ground myself and destatic my whole body in case I bring some of that static to the workbench.
Yeah.
Um, and then I have my soldering iron. My soldering iron is got the clip to it, so instead of clipping to me, I clip it to the metal of the workbench, so that all that static stays away from my soldering iron as well.
Yeah.
So there's no static whatsoever when I am working with wiring at that point in time. And I don't think a lot of people do think about static electricity in terms of safety, because
Oh, static
so I
electricity.
mean,
It could be. It could
yeah,
be. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing that nobody really thinks about it until you get shocked. And but if you're holding the board and you get shocked, you may potentially just screwed yourself out of that 30, 40, maybe even $100 board, or whatever board you
Not
got.
board. Bye.
Yep.
Except that was my fault. That wasn't static. I wired it wrong because I was ding dong.
Wiring wrong. See, so you got to be vigilant. Be vigilant, man.
Always,
Simple things like that.
always take pictures as you progress through the build, because that one I let sit for a couple days and forgot what color was what, and I wired it backwards.
Oh, wow.
So positive went to the negative, and up she goes in smoke.
Wow. See, and I take pictures of certain things that I've kind of wired, like even my buttons that I've wired up, my 16 millimeter buttons. Let me
Mm-hmm.
see if I can. Where the hell are they? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Go figure, right? Now there's a time like when I was working on Roy Boy, I took pictures of wires and everything, and I've got the 16 millimeter buttons. Of course, I don't have a hilt big enough for these just yet, but I will eventually. And I've already got my setup right here with the 16 millimeter AV switch, right?
Yeah.
Ready to go. It's got that variable resistor on there. And actually, I need to, I just got some more variable resistors so that I can start wiring up the 12 millimeter LED buttons from the custom saber shop. Okay, let me see. And check this out. Here's the Profi 1.5.
Ooh.
Wow, that is
It's
ancient.
a dinosaur.
Yep. So I'm going to wire up and practice on that one. Well, I started wiring it, but then I got a little confused and unconfident on my stuff. So I clipped everything. I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to retry again. So, um, so that I can practice with this one and then go to a 2.2 because a buddy of mine has a 2.2 and wire that one up and then go to the 3.9 so that I can get myself familiar with the Profis in terms of wiring them up. On I'm also starting to watch Profi videos right now on their setup and their wiring process. So hopefully in the near future we can do a show on Profi itself, and we can go through the different, I guess, the different iterations of the Profi board from the 1.5 all the way up to the 3.9 and talk about that, right? And then we'll talk about, the changes that have been made with it and everything that has gone and improved on it and everything else on top of that. Let's see.
That's
Where
your
did
blade
I leave off?
here, Paris.
Oh, dude, look at that.
He's nice. I gotta
So-
get color.
Let's see. Pay the Lester.
Yeah, I got a blade for him. In fact, this is that blade.
Is that the bright one?
No, it's one of the extra TXQ ones I had.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Tool machinery and shop safety. Yeah, of course. You gotta have to wear gloves.
Beautiful.
I mean, that's no joke, man. You get your hand stuck in that thing. Oh man, look at that. That's pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah.
It looks very, very full. I mean, I don't see.
Yeah, there's no dead spots on it. I don't know what TXQ is doing, but they're doing it right. I mean, the fit and finish isn't as good. You see the pins on the top and the bottom, but there's no dead spots. And you can't even see where LED strips line up. I mean, they're doing something good with these blades, and they're decently strong too.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of a rattle to them if you shake them up and down, but it doesn't affect them at all. The only thing is if you have short pins on your NeoPixel connector, they might not fit because they're slightly recessed on the bottom. So if you've got short pins and your NeoPixel connector is recessed in the chassis, it might not reach. That's the only gripe I've got about these.
Yeah.
I mean, they're strong. This one actually got a little bit of rattle. It's not too bad. Yeah,
A little bit of red.
bright blades are also nice from Nexus. I actually gotta put this away so I don't use it.
Oh, latex gloves? Yeah, no way, dude. Get your hands stuck in there. You if it catches the latex gloves, man, boom. You consider your fingers gone. You have to get a new hand, just like Anakin.
Yes.
Although prosthetic hands aren't that bad.
No, they're getting better. They're getting pretty close to what Anakin's got. They're getting there, but why have one? I mean, it may be cool, but
Yeah,
nothing
the
like
only
your real
updates
hand.
I've got for that giveaway for Christmas is I'm ordering the Beskar this weekend. The Sabers 2 weeks from now. So I'll have that in hand in a couple weeks. Should have it before Christmas Eve, roughly around there.
Roughly. Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that's a 89 Sabers.
Here's another thing that I printed out. It's
Ooh.
for saber holder,
Oh yeah.
and I'm thinking of putting this on a belt.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I'm gonna do two to make it kind of like where I can just stick the hilt on there, but I don't know. We'll see because it actually works pretty damn good. You know, to my surprise, it works pretty good on thin necks, man.
Ooh,
Look at that. Look at that.
that is nice. You could not wire. You could hook it to a back scabbard. You could put on your back. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of like what Ram Koda had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Except
thin necks,
his was a sheath.
and check this out. I mean, I'm just holding this like this, and it ain't going nowhere, dude.
Is that PLA or PETG?
No, it's PLA.
That's PLA? Wow.
It's PLA. Yeah, or PLA plus, I think.
Okay. Yeah, PLA Plus has a better strength retention.
Now this I printed out very small, and I had to do maybe three sizes sometimes with it to get the size that I really wanted. But this size is just absolutely perfect, man, for the thin necks. And what I may end up with doing with these is setting up. I may end up building a saber. Just where was my brain going? Um, I want to get some 2x4s and some pegboard, and maybe just do a movable lightsaber stand so that I can put some of these as well as shelves and everything else and hang the sabers, maybe put some LEDs on there and everything else on top of that. So I do have a few ideas that I want to do and try to get done. Maybe not this year, but I think that I can achieve the pieces here. I've already got the coasters for it. Now I need to get the pegboards and the 2x4s, and then just put everything together. Maybe put some LEDs in there and go from there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that turns out. I'm hoping if I can do the if I can get that done this year, I'll be super happy because I can roll it around anywhere in my garage and maybe even put it behind me and kind of show it off at times, right?
The sword frog is a good idea, Scott.
Back scabbard.
Backstabber, he's saying it use a sword frog. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, that well if you do have a 3D printer, man, they're on there. And like I said, I think it's on Colts 3D or it's on printables or maybe Yegi, something like that. But that's where I'm getting all this stuff from. And they're free files. They're free files. For right now, until I really learn how to do certain things with the printers, um, I'm just doing the free files, man. But damn, these free files look so good. I mean, there is some work to do on it. I mean, there's lines that I've got to sand out and make it look a lot better than that. But for the most part, I'm happy with it, right? Oh, dude, let's see
I wonder.
what you got there, Chris.
My sword frog.
What? Oh shit! Look at that.
It's a little bit
Oh,
thicker because it's a wide blade, but that's actually a really good idea, Scott.
wow.
Because this is adjustable. You tighten the leather straps
Mm-hmm.
or leather cordage. It works pretty well. The issue is this takes forever to put on, especially with the weight of the sword.
Well, see, that's another thing. Yeah. See, and that's another thing I want to do is I do eventually want to get a couple of leather holsters for the lightsabers to go on, right?
Yeah.
Got to do something like that.
This one's cool. Got off Amazon. We went to
Oh, wow.
that red fair. And
Damn,
it-
looks
it
like I
had
want
pretty-
those workout boots. Definitely can become a Jedi belt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, I got to get some of
Yeah.
the holsters and stuff for it. Get some of
Mhm.
the canisters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get a belt that will stay on my stomach, but at the same time, one of the things I gotta do is just do better at just being much more fit, so that way it'll fit around my my waist more.
Yeah, I got to lose some weight too.
I
Because,
gotta lose a lot of weight. I've been eating more junk than I should be.
yeah, I got to lose about 15 or so pounds. But it stays. I mean, I think it was like $45 for this thing.
Really? Yeah. Well, isn't it pure leather?
Yeah, it's real leather. Yeah. I don't really trust the straps as much.
Yeah. But where I live, man, we've got quite a few leather workers, man. A lot of
Oh,
leather
having a
artists,
custom belt would be awesome.
and so there's a couple of places that I can go to and have them do that. I just don't know how much the cost would be until I do it. I'm
Yeah, leather
hoping
work's
that,
expensive.
yeah, I'm hoping that I can get them to do one for me, at a reasonable price. Um, you know,
Yeah, but if you get
oh,
it tight
Jesus.
enough, try to get the bottom strap tighter. That bottom strap will sit on your actual belt on your pants, and it'll stay where it needs to. And that's a 3-pound sword, and it don't go nowhere.
Man, I prefer the swords on my back though, instead of right there. Even though, well, I guess it depends on the sword too. Like
This
if it's
one,
if it's a
you can't
katana, if it's
get long enough. You can't get
yeah,
but I mean it holds it pretty well.
yeah, it sounds pretty good too.
Yeah. But like
I love that sound.
saying,
I like that sound. Oh, dude, we
put a
we need to get a sound font with that sound in there. James, are you listening, damn it? Listen to it.
that's just
Listen to that. That's just leather, I know, but listen to it. God damn. James, we need that sound, man.
I'll take some videos and send them to him.
Dude, I bet you it sound awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Just the retraction and the ignition with that sound, dude. Oh
I mean
my
they've got a
God.
couple on the Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a couple sword fonts that are halfway decent. I just don't like the hum they have. It's like an ethereal type sound. Sounds
Mo.
weird.
What like Chaos Horizon?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I think I don't mind the ethereal hum. If anything,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't mind it. It just sounds kind of weird. I'd
well,
rather
I mean-
have
well, I mean,
battle
the first introduction we
battle
got
sounds in the background.
the first introduction we got to an
Yeah.
ethereal hum was Ahsoka's sabers when she was introduced in Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna repurpose this belt for the Anakin cosplay.
Well, like for me, dude, I got snake boots. I've got snake boots that I bought, and those are almost pretty close to what Mando wears, right?
Well, I mean, keep in mind that the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, his style was sort of inspired by what we see with the old John Wayne Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironic considering his grandson Brandon Wayne is one of the stunt people for Mandalorian. Yeah, that's right.
That's stuck. Well, I guess I'm stuck in it now. I can't get it
Oh
off.
wow. Yeah.
I put it one loop too tight.
Hold on just a minute, guys.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's good, dude. But yeah, definitely as long as you try and keep it towards what Nightfall Vader would look like after, but still keeping with the original Anakin look.
Yeah.
But not drift. Basically, drift somewhat far enough, but not too far.
There it goes.
That's the thing
That was tight.
when it comes to concept
Okay.
costumes.
I went and asked my daughter to bring me one of my snake boots so I could show you guys and how close it looks to the Star Wars world. And I never really paid attention to it, but damn, it's pretty damn close. Thank you, baby. Oh, just drop everything, why don't you?
Oh, those do look nice. I like those.
Hold on. Let me get it close up here. So,
Very nice, yeah.
Those are perfect
so
for
these are Danner snake boots.
All right.
And they are comfortable as hell, dude.
Yeah, add some spurs in the back, and you got it. You know.
Yeah, I mean
Those
they are
maybe
just.
spurs?
Oh, there's just room for it.
Yeah, you can fit spurs on the back of boots. I mean,
Oh yeah. Did Mando have spurs on his boots?
I don't think he did.
I think in some scenes you could hear it, but I do
Oh.
know that Boba Fett had some.
Oh, as far as I know, Din Djarin had he had those rocket boosters on the sides, and then I think he had cartridge carriers on the upper part.
Yeah, he had them on his gauntlets.
Well, I think he had some on his boots too.
Technically, it'd be knees.
Yeah, knees.
Yeah.
Now these boots are like super comfortable, dude. And where I go hunt and stuff, there's a lot of sand. So going up and down and walking through the sand and stuff like that, it's crazy though. But for hours of wearing these things, walking around with these things are just unbelievably comfortable. So if you're gonna get something like that for cosplay, like I said, they're pretty close to the Star Wars world, the way they look, just like that.
There's some on Amazon I've got favorited that I'm going to be getting. They're like $50 for the pair. I don't need anything expensive because I'm only going to be wearing them for that. But they look just like the ones that Anakin has.
Yeah.
They've got the straps and everything on them.
You see, and these I wear pretty much every week. I mean, Scott,
yeah,
I'll check those photos out later, man. Yeah, I mean, I
Full
have to
leather?
when I go through the ranch, I have to wear those because
Yeah, rattlesnakes.
yeah, absolutely. And those rattlesnakes, they don't care. You step on them, boom, you're hit.
Mhm.
If you step by them, if you move too fast, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So, um, and I know this is not saber related, but I'll tell you a little story. I was at my cousin's ranch one night, and he went to go get some firewood. I
Mhm.
was at the house, and I was right next to my truck. I was getting something out of my truck, and I had two doors open in my truck so that I could see because it was like totally dark. And all of a sudden, I just hear going right off. I'm all like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah,
And
that is.
the rattlesnake came to the warmth of my truck because I had just parked, right? And
Mhm.
it was kind of cool that night. So it came to the truck by my tire where it was warm. And I kid you not, this was like almost a 5 foot rattlesnake coiled up already.
Yeah.
Um, and I froze, and I looked, and I could see the shadow of him already coiled up. So I moved like a damn sloth, picked my foot up, got into got my foot at least up to where the seat of the truck was, climbed up to the back of my truck into the truck bed, and I was getting ready to pop it, but he was too close to my wheel so that I couldn't shoot him. I was like, damn it. And by
What
the
do you
time
carry?
I knew it, so it started to move, and I was getting ready to pop, but he moved too close to the house where I couldn't shoot, so I wasn't able to take him out. But I tell you, that's about as close as I've come to a rattlesnake without getting hit, you know?
Yeah.
And
What do you carry for shooting
and
them?
and I was like, my God, when you hear that right next to you, and it wasn't even 3 feet away. He was it okay. The back seat, if you can picture, if you know what a just a small, truck, right? Let's say, a Nissan truck, okay?
Yeah.
Nissan Frontier truck. From the back from the back door to the front door where the wheel is at, that's how close he was to me.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a little too close for
so
comfort.
so I was like, damn, uh, and so luckily I was wearing those snake boots, but still, it's just not something you're actually prepared for. And and I've had some close calls, man, some really close calls. But yeah, you got to wear those things when you're at a ranch. So safety, people, safety. That's why we're talking about tonight, safety. Um, okay, so let's see. We talked about batteries. We talked about wiring. We talked about fumes. We talked about um, all kinds of different things. The paints, the chemicals, all kinds of different things that you can get in trouble with health wise in terms of within this hobby. And if you're not paying attention and adhering to some of these safeties, factors, you're going to do yourself a disservice and hurt yourself one way or another or health wise. And when you can actually prevent it. So be proactive and just take care of yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting hurt, I know it's not. I know it's somewhat related, but I had my monthly practice with Saber Legion this weekend, and let me tell you something. When you're going up against a bunch of people, you're going to get hurt. And one of the places that I got hit, that I am feeling it, is in my forearm. When I flex my arm, I'm feeling it. Now I know the bone's not broken, nothing bad about that, but it just goes to show that I'm going to have to update my pads to my arm protectors to have protective protection on the elbows and also
Hmm.
wrapped around the arms because otherwise I'm going to keep getting hit. Which don't get me wrong, I a little bit of pain is good and the humbleness.
Bracers.
I've got leather bracers. That's not the issue.
Mhm.
And I've got other leather bracers for it, but still, it's going to still hurt. It's still going to hurt. Like tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that by midweek, I'm going to see a bruise,
Mhm.
and I'm going to flash it. I'm going to walk it with it, and they're gonna be like, "What happened to your arm?" It's like, "Oh, I fended off the attack of a very rabid old drunk lady." What? It's like, oh yeah, I thought she was a zombie. I was this close to putting a crowbar to her head too.
Oh, you were fighting a night sister.
Yeah. I have a Night Sister spot on that Darth Vader. That thing is really cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that one has
I
a
have to
really
check it
cool
out.
ethereal sound to it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll see if I can
I
find it.
haven't.
I'll send it to you.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
My one replica's Vader,
Oh, okay, yeah,
the Golden Harvest V4.
nice. Yeah. Oh, there was this guy who just started coming back onto the scene, or he's new to the saber community called. His name is Give me a second. His name is Order 667 Customs,
Uh huh.
and he just released a free sound font called Dark Jedi, and he's done some.
Really?
He did some quotes, and I recognized one of them from Legends Asajj Ventress from the comics.
Nice.
And I mean, it's a free font, so if you want a free font that's called Dark Jedi, I'd say get it.
Yeah, I like free. Free is good,
Oh yeah, appreciate.
especially since
And then
most
you know,
fonts you get are $10 to $15 a piece.
yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of fonts, Juan Sith's Saber Font Vault is still going on until the 29th. So if you want to get, basically it's every 5 fonts, it's a free font. And if you get 20, you can get a custom commission. I ended up going the long way and doing 40 fonts.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a real glutton for punishment.
Damn.
So I did that, and I'm commissioned 2 fonts, Zane Carrick and Vandar Tukru from Knights of the Old Republic. Basically, Vandar Tukru is the Yoda character from KOTOR that did not have the speech impediment.
Mm-hmm.
And legends say in the KOTOR campaign guide, he used 2 Shoto lightsabers. It's unknown what color it is, but the general assumption on the forums and in the community is that they were blue.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting.
Don't mind me. I'm just taking stuff apart. I almost got shocked the other night with this thing, and now I see why.
Is that a Dremel?
Yeah, just a cheap one from Sears.
Yeah.
Apparently, I did a very poor job of wiring this. That was,
Okay, you see, people, it brings up my point.
because I could see where it arced right here.
Dude, I would trust a child labor force more than you. Just kidding. No.
I did it when I was a 10. The 10 or 15. I had this thing forever.
Okay, time to upgrade.
I need to
Get a real
upgrade to
Dremel.
Dremel. Where is my tool?
The real Dremels are good. Actually, I had one that just like crapped out on me. The battery pack kind of screwed up and stuff, and so I had to throw that whole thing away. I thought I could fix it, and I did, so to speak. I took it apart. I cleaned all the pins and did all the battery cleaning and stuff like that. Got used
There's a flag.
I did all the chemical stuff to get all the battery acid out and stuff. What is it? Baking soda So
Oh yeah.
to neutralize the acid, right? And do the baking soda with a toothbrush to get in there and really get it cleaned out. Well, I mean, it did the trick, but at the same time, something else I guess I did that it just never worked. So I went ahead and threw it away, and bought a new Dremel anyway. So this one was a wired Dremel. Well, it was battery, but the other one that I have, I've got a better one, and I've actually gotten several Dremels because I like Dremels a lot. They really are fun. And so right now I've got this set up right here where I can hang it and then use the cutting tool.
Oh
So
yeah.
this will be utilized pretty soon. I just set this up like last week and
Oh yeah. She got printed.
get it ready.
Missing toasty.
Toasty, huh?
Very. It had those little solid prongs on it that went into where it got. Oh yeah, she got real toasty. It started to melt the board a little bit. It's okay. I've got stuff.
It's
To
good.
fix it. Yeah, my dog had chewed it up, and I did a quick 15-minute repair.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had this since I was like 10. Got it for Christmas when I was doing woodworking,
Uh-huh.
and after
My
it chewed,
dog's
I'm just like, I need to fix that because I'm going to use it.
Man, I feel you because my dogs they chewed up my power cord to my smoker and like I had
Uh,
to I had to email the company and say, hey man, I just bought this thing and my dog chewed it up and like how much is a new power cord to replace? Because I had
yeah,
to replace the whole power thing, man, not just the cord itself, but the
yeah.
whole power setup. And so they said, "Oh, we're sorry to hear that. We'll send you one right out." So
Hmm.
I got a free new power setup and had to change it out. But they were cool, man. They were pretty awesome to send me a free power cord out.
I got my smoker for free. It's on the side of the road, and
Nice.
the auger had got stuck. The guy left it out.
Uh-huh.
Didn't put a cover on it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm working one day, and my buddy goes out and he had a couple of beers, and he's like, "I'm gonna go fix it." So he takes it apart and fixes it for me.
There you
It worked.
go. That's awesome. Is it a Traeger or what?
Oh, on the Dremel.
Yeah. Oh, that one.
No.
No, the smoker.
Oh,
What
it
kind of
uses an
smoker?
auger.
Because
It's a
mine uses an auger.
huh?
Mine uses an auger as well.
Oh yeah. Mine's I think it's a char griller. It's a decent one.
Char grill. Yeah. Oh shoot. Damn, Scott. 14 years later, huh? Wow. Yeah, you can get some pretty good scars too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the safety factors if you're not paying attention. And you got them scars to remind you of what the hell happened.
Yeah.
You won't repeat that mistake.
Nope. All right.
But it's funny because some people they think they're above the safety stuff, and it's like it's common sense sometimes. Well, a lot of times it's common sense.
Yeah.
Just don't put yourself in that position. You don't have to. You don't have to. I know a lot of people don't want to wear the mask, don't want to wear this, don't want to wear that, but
Yeah.
and like I said, they may not get sick today, they may not get sick tomorrow, but later down the road, the doctor's gonna scan your body and say, "Oops, that's what happened, huh?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been having issues. Past couple of days, I had an accident in 2019, and we fried that too.
I
And
wonder how many people have actually burned themselves with the acid etching,
oh yeah,
or even or even the doing the electro etching,
oh yeah. I
electro,
don't think it really burns you, but you'll get electrical burns.
yeah.
Um,
So again,
yeah, you always got to be careful. I mean, not just with saber stuff, just every day.
things in general. Hmm.
Like I do stuff in plumbing, and there's a lot of things that can really hurt you.
Especially people who don't know what the hell they're doing. If you
Yeah,
don't know what you're doing, don't tempt it. Don't attempt it. I mean, you can see as many videos as you can, but if you're gonna do something, you might as well have something to practice on before you actually do it. Because
yeah,
then if you don't know what you're doing, then you can either make the situation worse or worse, get hurt. I mean, it's just not worth it.
no, yeah,
And even though you have, I mean, even trained professionals every now and then slip up. I mean, you know, it's not any one thing that can happen. It just things happen when you least expect them.
yeah. My boss has a little motto: if you don't bleed, it's not a good day. He cuts himself every single day. Just random stuff. Be emptying the trash out of the truck, and there's bloody rags everywhere. Like, what'd you cut yourself on this time? The side of the door. Oh, you stinker.
Oh, he must get tetanus shots on the regular.
Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh. Prevention is the best way to do things, man. I tell you.
Yep.
But I mean, like I said, it's all fun, and you just gotta do what you gotta do, no matter what you're doing, no matter what hobby, even any hobby that you do or any work that you do. I mean, there's always safety precautions in everything.
Yeah. And the
Well,
hardest
gentlemen,
part is you're always hurting yourself.
yeah. What do you say? You want to call it a night?
I agree.
Yeah, it is getting kind of late, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys so much in the chat, all of you, for hanging out with us tonight, listening. For those of you who are gonna watch this later on, um, thank you guys for watching. We very much appreciate it. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the Civilized Sabers channel and these guys right here, Chris at Geek Shop, Barris, Southern Jedi,
Southern
Southern
Skywalker.
Skywalker. I stand corrected. Sorry, I apologize.
Sorry.
And so, and again, you can always check me out at Mundo Cabrera the Third, on Instagram and Facebook. Hit me up for a chit chat. And then now, if you guys would like to get invited as well as the Saber Talk Sunday on Messenger, you can get hold of Chris and Bears here, and we can invite you in so that we can talk anytime, anything that you want to talk about for Saber Talk Sunday. You can also put on your ideas for future shows on there as well that we can take in consideration for. Make sure that also you like and subscribe to Space Windu, and I thank him for allowing me to do this with these guys again. So, you guys have anything else to say tonight?
No.
No, I think we covered a lot of it.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Chris, remember, stay on so we can just discuss some details.
Yeah.
And so you guys, again, may the force be with everybody, and we'll see you guys later. Mundo out. Peace.
See
Good
ya.
night,
Oh.
everybody.
Let's see.